I was really wanting you to be an early guest on the show. And then, and this is just my like natural segue to talk about the awesome show that that is about to premiere in a few months that you are on Apple. Listen, I'll be in New York on my Apple show, but I would love to do your podcast when I'm back. And I was like, I'll take it.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
So Jodi Balfour, who is your writing and directing and producing and starring partner, I'll say your creative partner in all things.
Sick.
Is it enmeshment? Like, who's to say? But either way, it's healthy and it's wonderful. And you are now going to be on this very fancy Apple show, which we will talk about in a moment, which I would say has the most intriguing title of any title I've heard recently. Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed.
I know. I feel like I have to tell people I'm not doing pornography.
Exactly.
I don't think I'm doing pornography.
Exactly. Keep you posted.
Maybe it's a little bit. Yeah, but it is like, look, whatever it takes. If it's striking, if it's intriguing, that's probably a good thing.
Everyone I know was up for that show.
Really?
Oh, yeah, girl. So you should feel real. Oh, yeah. Because, again, the title is so hard to forget.
Yes.
Which is great. So when that was being cast, I just remember talking to so many friends and so many reps who were like, I'm really trying to get my client in for this. Like, it's Tatiana Maslany, Jake Johnson, you. We'll talk about it. I just couldn't be more excited. Look at that cast.
Thanks.
I don't even actually, let's talk about it now.
Let's talk about it.
We're going to front run it and then we'll get to the Jessy Hodges story.
Yes.
But I also, oh my God, jumping around here, man. This is like the stream of consciousness
I'm
episode.
with you.
But by the way,
I'm with you.
Working moms can see each other.
If we don't have 20 threads that are open that we're getting back to, is it even really a conversation?
That's the question. A, did a tree fall in the forest? When we were having dinner with Anna and Jodi and you and me like a year ago, it was literally like 87 conversations. And then we all had to text each other afterward with the follow-up information.
I know. And be like, we never got to this.
Here's the supplement I'm taking.
Yeah.
Here's the podcast I referenced. Here's the book.
Because we're also all probably getting to that age where we're like, it's called, I can't remember what it's called. It was the lady who did the thing. I'll text you.
100%. But the reason I wanted to mention Jane right now is just because you are primarily known as an actor, but you are also a beautiful writer and a beautiful filmmaker.
That means so much to me.
And we will get to that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed.
Yes.
What is this new fancy show about?
I think the log line is like a soccer mom, played by Tatiana Maslany, gets like pulled into a perilous web of crime and lies and darkness, something to that effect.
Sign me up.
It's fantastic. I truly I read the pilot and I was like, fuck, I gotta be on this show.
Like, I'm not going to be okay if this doesn't work out.
I can't believe I got it. I mean, shout out to Sherry Thomas and Sharon Bialy, who also cast me on Barry.
Yes, they're incredible.
They're incredible, and I just
casting directors, incredible casting directors.
Yeah, I feel like I owe them so much.
It's a weird thing having a career in this town, right? Like,
yeah,
the showrunner, the creators, the producers, everyone sees something in you. You really, in the audition, become that character.
Yeah,
great. And also, it does take a village, right? Your reps are a part of it. The casting directors who remember you.
Yeah.
And I talked about this on a previous episode. When you're first trying to make your way in this town and you feel like you're not getting traction because you're just going in and not getting what you auditioned for, that doesn't mean that you're actually not making an impression.
Yeah.
And that's what's so cool. So to have long relationships with Sherry and Sharon when they come onto this and are like, you know who'd be great for this? Jessy Hodges.
Yeah.
Let's see her.
And that is really like what happened. That's why I just really want to give them credit where credit's due. I feel like we have been building that relationship for like 10 years.
Yes.
And for them to think of me and position me in such a way and like work with me that was the first in-person audition
since COVID.
And just like audition, like it wasn't, I think I've gone in for some like chemistry reads or some tests or whatever.
Yeah.
But like it was just an old school in-person audition.
And so it's going to come out on Apple in May.
Yeah. Written by David Rosen, created by David Rosen. It's an original idea. It's not based on some old bullshit.
You don't have to hear some IP. Well, is it an adaptation or is it IP? No. Okay.
No,
I
it's
know.
just a plain old idea.
Yeah, can you
And
imagine?
like Tatiana auditioned. I think you probably know because you probably knew other people.
Yes.
But like auditioning the lead,
Yeah.
pretty uncommon.
Totally. That should the level Tatiana is, and all of the other people I know who were up for that are offer only people for the most part.
Yes.
As we say, right?
Yes.
So it's, if you want them, their reps are saying to the casting directors, to the producers, if you want them, you need to bring them an offer. And then we can have a meeting. We can discuss. We can see if we can make a deal. But we're not going to expose our client in that way. But when the material is so good, someone of Tatiana's level is like, I'll audition.
Yeah.
Let me go try to win the part.
And when they feel so set on like I was going to say authenticity, but having the right person do it.
Yeah.
Because obviously they know all these actresses are brilliant.
Totally.
But they want to find the right person. So, I've seen the first 3 episodes and it's really good.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And Tatiana is like, she's perfect. And I think
She's
all that stuff
incredible.
shows. She's incredible.
I mean,
She's incredible.
Obviously Black Mirror, obviously She-Hulk.
Yeah.
She's just on like what I think is a very short list of incredible, very interesting, absolutely becomes the part. So like you could be walking down the street
Yes.
and walk by her.
Yes.
Right? Which I think that's like ideal.
Yes.
Because then you can become the part and then also go have a little bit of a life.
Totally. She nailed it.
Oh, I'm
she
so excited.
Figured something out. And she like working with her and watching her work.
Yeah.
And I would tell her all the time on set, I would be like, I'm watching you. Like learning.
Yeah. Well, completely. Because, and that's to me the fun thing. The interesting thing, the fun thing, the like evolution of a career is nothing is fixed. And no matter how much experience you have, every interaction you're having with, especially other actors, but with just other creative people is teaching you something one way or another.
Yes.
In this case, it was great modeling.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's cautionary too.
Right.
So you were in New York doing this all fall. And as is typical for many series, it's not a limited, like it could come back. Absolutely. It has to premiere and you'll see, but you are set up to have multiple seasons. So, okay. Amazing.
From your mouth to God's ear.
You now have Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed coming out. Is there anything else we want to touch upon? Because I think, like, I got a sense of what the show's going to be. And from everything I've heard about it, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
What a fucking cast you have, too.
It's an insane cast. And like, I was talking earlier about Tatiana and how I was just like watching her the whole time.
Yeah.
It was the same for Jake Johnson.
Who's better than Jake Johnson? Nobody.
I don't want to give him this credit, and yet he's one of the funniest people I've ever met and a great actor, which those do not always go hand in hand.
Yes, and so smart, a brilliant producer.
Yeah.
A brilliant filmmaker.
Yeah.
So deep.
Uh-huh.
I have forgotten about this, and at some point I'm going to get him on this couch and we will reminisce about this. I have not seen him. We orbit each other. It's weird, but like so many people in common. But I haven't seen him since I had a general meeting with him when I was a studio executive at MGM. This was like 2009. And so we had this general meeting, and it was the greatest general meeting to a degree that it went on so long. I remember my assistant came to interrupt to be like, you have a lunch. She kept coming in, and I finally was like, okay. Like, I'm not done talking to this amazing human. And I was 45 minutes late to that lunch.
That's him.
And my favorite thing, a human being.
Well, deeply a human being.
And Chicago.
Chicago.
We talked a lot about Midnight Run and our love of Dennis Farina.
And
then when Dennis Farina was on New Girl with him, I mean, incredible.
He and Beck went to the same high school. Not at the same time, but they went to the same high school. Yeah, so he's just like Midwestern sensibility that I know.
Yes.
And he's so charming and so interesting and so fun to talk to. And I can't talk about this show without talking about him, because he and I would just simply spend 12 hours a day together. All of our stuff was together.
I love it.
Tatiana's number one. She's like,
Yeah.
she has
Number one
shit
on the
to
call
do.
sheet.
She's
Yes.
she's like working or
Mhm.
she's resting, whatever. I was living there. Jake was flying in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the stuff, everything was condensed. So he would come
Oh,
to
wow.
town and I would be like, Monday through Friday, I'm yours, babe. And the way we
Yes.
got to know each other, and then like acting we're playing a couple, and
Yep.
we're playing this like horrible trio
Mm.
where
Mm-hmm.
she's the ex-wife, or she's Paula, he's her ex-husband, and
Uh-huh.
I'm his new wife. And we're in a custody battle.
Oh, that's a whole thing.
Yes.
Oh, girl.
So it was just a really and so interesting to like watch her approach, her technique as an actor, and then his approach and technique as an actor, and also this,
He's a magic
I
person.
think he's a pretty legendary comedian
For
and
sure.
comedic actor.
Yes.
And just person.
Yes. Totally.
It was really amazing. I just learned
That's
so much from
incredible.
both of them.
Getting that, like the intensity of that friendship that you've cultivated with him now and that connection, you'll, I'm sure, stay in close touch and work together again. You also may not work together again for 10 more years.
I know.
And it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because you will, well, this show's going to come back for sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like you have these experiences where you're like, we really know each other.
Yes.
We are bonded for life.
Yes.
And then I'm not going to physically see you for like 8 years.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
homies.
Yeah.
So
it was
cool.
really
That's like to
intense
me
and
the
cool.
best part of making art.
1,000%.
Yeah.
In what other job do you get to do that? And that
No.
there were a lot of things on this show that I was just like, I've been doing this long enough to know how insanely lucky I am right now and how grateful I should be.
Yes.